All right. Thanks for having me on, Doug. This is a true milestone of mirth
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
experiencing right now.
Fans of this show, you're about to become a fan of Good Charles, a guy who kicks my ass in ratings all the time. You have a Twitch stream that they need to know about.
Oh, I absolutely do. It's at twitch.tv/Charls Carroll, the Charles without the E. So it's a sort of a fun sort of spelling. And the things that I do there, the things I do there doesn't happen anywhere else. I can, I do play some games. Games sort of irritate me sometimes, so I have to train myself again like an old dog. But I do some gaming, and I do quite a bit of ranting and cigar smoking. But I also broadcast public domain movies.
Ooh.
And we really have a crazy time. Been doing that for a couple of years, and some of the classics are rather. I mean, some of them are really funny and sort of dated, but other ones are they're devastating. Their quality and how much you get filled by.
Good entertainment. So Charles Carroll, no E in Charles, just like it's spelt on the screen up there. CHARLS on Twitch /streaming// Charles /Twitch Carroll. Was that?
That's accurate, and make sure it's safe, like the HTTPS.
That's right. I forgot. I always forget about that. I always do the / instead of the front /
You got to be safe.
/ front. I got to write frickin' HTML code to find your channel.
You know how it goes.
I got to go to college. Anyways, I put the link to your Twitter down in the description for those of you guys who want to follow him. If you guys, this is the thing where we're both baffled. If you guys can find the link to this show that's going out on YouTube, put it in the chat so we can find it and send it out to our Twitter people. The link on YouTube of this show, which I think exists now. I think it's being broadcast.
Here it is. Oh my God. This thing.
I just love how terrible everything is. I'm just happy that you're here to document it with me. We're going to be doing pretty regular. We're kindred spirits.
Yes.
So we're going to be doing some artsy stuff together.
I can't wait for that, because I've been enjoying your work for really as long as I can remember. I mean,
I've been working for about as long as you can remember.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. I'm putting this out on Twitter here. Good Charles on the show.
Okay, here we are. I learned how to do it. Oh, excellent. Yes.
We're linking. We're clicking. We're clicking links. We're linking clicks.
We're doing the internet just as the Babylonians intended.
And of course, all of you audience, the three of you who are still there, throw the link out to your friends. Thumbs up this thing and follow Good Charles on Twitter.
And I got it on here, and people should be able to find it. I'm so happy that was this easy to work. Usually it's like OBS and blue screens, things not working, cameras just shutting off. It's
dumb people. Programs all written by HR to frustrate you.
Just confounding.
Okay, so one thing that I like having Good Charles on the show for is we're going to hold hands and get through life together.
We need it. No more division. I've been alive for long enough to know that division is simply just magic, and I won't be divided. I won't be divided by God. I won't be divided by other people, by the noosphere, the collective consciousness of.
We're not like the planarian. We will not be divided.
Nope, won't do it. I'm tired.
I'm tired too. F all these people. So, Good Charles, as we hold hands and you smoke that fine stick.
Oh, it's a good one.
That's a Maduro, right? What is that?
Yeah, it's a Drew. It's an old classic Drew estate. I think it's like Tabac Especial, something like that. It's sort of a flavored thing. It might be coffee. I'm not really sure. They all kind of blend in after my tongue gets into sandpaper mode.
Good.
And the juice starts clouding my brain.
You won't taste anything for years.
Yeah. But it really, I just love them.
And you smoke indoors. That's the thing I gotta manipulate the beloved Miss TenNapel into letting me do.
If it's worth investing in some sort of a sophisticated ventilation system, because it's tobacco. I don't think tobacco is bad. It's the other things. It's the stuff they spray in freaking sky that's bad. It's not.
That's
tobacco,
right. It's the chemtrails that are bad.
Yeah, it's like tobacco. People have been smoking it for a million years. You're gonna tell me tobacco's bad for you?
If everyone started smoking cigarettes and tobacco right now, it would probably heal the ozone layer. Notice the ozone layer's opening up as people keep quitting smoking. It's getting bigger. And
it could be reducing acid rain also. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how we all died a couple decades ago by acid rain? None of the plants grew. And remember how the carbon dioxide killed all the plants, even though it's what they breathe?
Even though it's what they breathe. That's right. Carbon dioxide is bad for the environment, even though you're made of carbon.
Yep.
Basically, they're saying we're all trash. We're all pollution.
Yep. We're meaningless. We're nothing. We're just ants, blue in the blue dot, a speck in the middle of the universe. Oh, so why don't you just run into traffic and get it over with, right?
Yeah. So the title of all of our work is going to be called "You Can't Get There From Here." You can't get there from here, and it's kind of about all of our frustration in life. How you have this goal and you just can't get there. I think our audience can really relate. It's like the dream. I have a dream. It's a reoccurring dream. And I think a lot of people have this kind of a dream where you're in the middle of some kind of a discussion or an argument and you want to make this profound point and you open your mouth and nothing comes out. You're in your soul, you're screaming, and this is your mind. Like you're in control of your own mind, but in the dream, it will not let anything come out of your mouth. It's like, you can't get there from here.
That's like is dreaming, I mean, it sounds accurate because we're going to get there. We can live in the dream and still live in this prison at the same time. But is a dream another dimension? Is it? I often wonder if it's a sort of another layer of reality, perhaps a deeper one, or one that's above, or something like that. I think
there's definitely a sense that something is going on. But let me ask you first: is your do you believe in a soul? Are you just a brain organ, or is there a immaterial mind that helps fire in connection with that brain organ?
There is most certainly. Well, there are things that are not living, even though they speak and act. But that's a bit of a heavy topic. But I'll tell you, I do believe in the soul and the divine sort of right of intelligence and the divine right to be, left the hell alone. But that's kind of sort of violated in every which way. And I don't know if there was a time on this planet that it wasn't violated. That's but right. I really do believe that it is sort of, I mean, the body, I mean, I try to avoid talking in prison terms because it's demoralizing language and it's sort of a spell against oneself.
Yeah, but don't let them dictate. Even responding to the prison is making the prison more real.
Yeah, pretty much. And the matrix is deep.
Yeah.
But the body in a lot of ways is sort of a really nice hotel, I guess we can call it. And you really can't get out of it. But it's your duty to live it out in this fun hotel and do the best you can to be awakened or sort of. I mean, you can try to awaken other people, but I'm not exactly worried about other people. I'm worried about myself and friends and family.
So if you have a mind and it's in a body that's like a hotel, and then you go to sleep, this is my theory on dream. Your body needs to recover, right? So it just wipes out. It goes into deep repair mode, and the brain is left to float. And I don't think you're not in control of your dreams, right? It's just kind of going on autopilot. It's like if you started your car and you just let it run and you weren't steering it and it would just go, meandering off. That's your brain when you dream. My question is, so I get it when your brain comes up with truly random things, right? They would not have some kind of meaning. Mm-hmm. What happens when you have a dream though, and there appears to be some kind of meaning? Like a message or something? Is that us just finding, like when you look at the stucco and you see a pattern of a lion in the wall or something, is that just you divining pattern where there is none? It is random thought and you're ascribing meaning to it?
I don't believe there's much randomness in the world or in the dream world at all. I don't believe in coincidences anymore, and I don't believe in anything being random. And it does seem to me that, I mean, if you can be put in control of your dreams, perhaps it's a sort of a sort of a chakra unblocking or a kundalini or some sort of a mysticism thing like that. And you know how that goes. It could be something along those lines. But it seems that there is communication with perhaps extra dimensional things when you're in your dream world. Because if in your dreams you're using your pineal gland is activated, you're using the serotonin, the whatever the hell the chemicals you got on there, and your brain, your spine is activated, your brain is activated.
Your nicotine.
Yeah, your nicotine is just coursing. And
I got my pouch in.
Oh, nice. Oh, there we go.
This show is sponsored by Copenhagen Pouches.
Oh my God.
Because the beloved Miss TenNapel won't let me smoke cigars in the studio.
Well, you're going to find a way, I know, with sophisticated technology.
Yeah,
but I believe
the draw is too great.
It draws just like a pencil. You mean you use it 5 hours a day? You might as well have it in your mouth too.
It's too wonderful.
Yeah, you gotta. But I really believe the dream sort of world is organs like the pineal or from the endocrine system that's constantly poisoned with everything that you take in. I think that is the true organ of the communication with something extra, whether it be God or the sort of the freakish layer around you that you're lucky that you can't see with your own eyes. The things that vibrate, thank God, because who knows what you'd see. You wouldn't like it, I'm sure. But I think the dream realm is a place that it's like the out of body realm. The dream world and the out of body, I believe, are sort of brief escapes from the fleshy hotel that you can check in, but you can't check out at.
You're talking about OBEs, out of body experiences, OBE.
Yeah.
So there is a mind that exists possibly separate from the body. Like when the body dies, the mind can go on.
Oh, certainly. And hopefully it's not recycled on and on.
No, it's not. That's BS. That's Eastern mysticism. Come on.
I hope so.
We're not, we don't burn our wives in effigy anymore. Yep. We're getting beyond that.
Well, some do, but we don't.
If there's any karma, I don't know.
I hope so. But have you ever asked yourself the question, why things are required to sleep at all? Like, let's say animals, all they do is kill each other and eat each other alive. And humans, they sleep at night when all the super predators are out looking for food. Like, what? Why is sleep required at all? And it scares me.
A third of your life, baby. A third of your life.
Yeah, a third. Like, what predator is out there eating dream energy? Like, what is the purpose of having to let your guard down and risk being killed and dreaming? Like, what the hell floating thing is sucking on that?
It's your body dies a little bit every day and you have to repair it every day. Your body dies a little bit during its 16 hours awake and you have to lay down and sleep for another 8 hours to put it all back together again and start another day all over again, where you slowly die over those next 16 hours and it's done. So it's I see it as kind of a death and resurrection thing every day. You die a little every day and you resurrect every day. Now that's also my statement against evil. It's only 1/3 of your life, because 2/3 of it is spent living. So the life is more powerful than the darkness. The life is more powerful than death. You're only 1/3 dead, but you're 2/3 alive.
Well, how about if people are dying even during their waking? People that don't know they're alive.
It's an old statement that as soon as you're born, you start dying. That or it's a cake lyric.
That's definitely a cake lyric.
Definitely a cake lyric.
Go to heaven.
I think that's where sheep go to heaven. That's right. Goats go to hell. I think that's where I got that from. But it made a lot of sense. As soon as you're born, you start dying.
That's excellent. It's scary, but there's no use being scared by anything but being unclean. That's the only thing I sort of fear.
Oh, I love being unclean. Oh.
Well, spiritually, I say, the spiritually
unclean. Yeah,
it fills me with fear, and I'm always looking for ways to cleanse myself with some sort of pure, holy rituals, like
that's right,
like the cigar, or perhaps Copenhagen.
Tobacco is the thing I like about tobacco.
It kills worms. That's why you give it to your dog when it's got worms. Like, what does it do for us?
Outside of hipsters, I haven't met many a-holes that smoked. In general, smokers, they always got to go outside. They always have to bum a light, so they're social. You can trust smokers in general more than non-smokers.
I don't trust anything that doesn't smoke.
Anything that doesn't smoke, automatic. If my car breaks down on the side of the road and some guy comes up and he's smoking, he's probably someone you could unlock the door and get his help.
Yep.
I've never seen those serial killers and stuff. They're never walking up with a cigarette in their hand.
No, they never are.
You get the feeling they've never smoked in their whole life. So one thing I know about you, Charles, is you're not a serial killer.
No.
Don't let me down, bro.
No. I smoke and I smoke. A man should smoke. That's my philosophy.
Every man should smoke. I do smoke out on the back patio. I got a pipe. I have some cigars, but I prefer a pipe. I like the ritual of packing a pipe.
It's been a long time since I've done that. Are you gonna set up I know you could set up some sort of an indoor ventilation. I know I know it's possible. I don't know anything about it.
I'm going to heal this whole problem. This
There's a rift
is going to get my universal theory of everything. My 0-point energy will be invented next year when I move the studio out to the back patio. We're going to get it enclosed, and out there I can smoke all I want.
Like a big chimney.
I can smoke. That's right. I'm going to smoke like Yul Brynner on his deathbed.
You're going to smoke like his posthumous PSA.
I'm going to smoke like his PSA. I'm going to roll up his PSA into a cigar and smoke it. Yul Brynner, you traitor! On your deathbed, you traded us all in.
What a curse he left.
You
with
chicken. You're not the Magnificent Seven.
No. Who knows what he died of? He was a Hollywood man. Probably died of way more wicked things you could ever conceptualize.
He got something in a bathhouse. He did not die. He did not get lung cancer. That guy.
Maybe it was like Steve Jobs. He just couldn't stop eating too much fruit.
That's right. Steve Jobs ran through too much fruit, too many turtlenecks.
Too much fruit.
Too much turtlenecks, not enough curls.
Yeah, he should have been smoking. He would have lived to 1,000,000.
He'd have lived to be that's right. It probably killed. I mean, it gives you a lot of cancer. It probably cures just as much cancer.
Oh, I mean, cancer, at least you can just stop eating sugar and get on the keto diet and you can starve those oxidized cells. But with
agree. Dude, you're talking wisdom, Charles. How are you so smart? I've read, have you read, is it Gary Taubes's book, Good Carbohydrates, Bad, or Good Calories, Bad Calories?
No.
He goes into an actual cancer study on mice where they basically just starved them. And their risk of cancer just crashed through the floor. Basically starved them of carbs.
Carbs and sugar.
Carbs and sugar, because the cancer cells take the good carbs first and leave the rest for your body. They're extra. So think about all the people that get cured of cancer, right? They go through chemotherapy. They all are they're throwing up so much, they're starving themselves. So maybe it's the starvation that's saving their lives and starving the cancer cells.
Maybe.
And not the chemotherapy, just starvation.
Well, I never thought of the throwing up like that, because I have known people to be on that, and they always said that. I mean, we were laughing about it. It's not funny, but we were laughing. He said that if he bent over and opened his mouth right now, he'd start throwing up. And we had a good laugh about that.
They can't hold carbs in, so that might be the cure to cancer.
It probably is, but if you say it too much, who knows? But it's amazing how people don't know that, and it's no surprise how the low fat diets. Fat is the best thing you could ever put into your mouth. Cholesterol. I
love me some fat.
I live on cholesterol. I live on fat. It's my favorite thing, especially for testosterone production. I mean, who doesn't want more of that? That old God molecule.
Your brain is 95% cholesterol, and
that means you should reduce it in your diet.
Low cholesterol diets are basically abusing their bodies and starving their brains of what's built by.
Imagine what the brain does to you in revenge for starving it of its own material.
That's right.
I mean, oh my God.
That's right. They're taking statins and you increase your risk of stroke by 10 times. You happy now? It's better to be fat. Hey, and the good news about getting cancer, let me also quell your worries about getting cancer. All these nurses that I interview, one of them is on the cancer ward. Almost all of them, I say, you can die of a heart attack and just, instantly die, or you can get cancer. And which would you choose? All of them on the cancer ward choose cancer, because though it is the most crushing, debilitating, terrifying disease to go through, they see all their families come into the ward and they take care of business with their family, because cancer gives you a ticking clock and you can take care of business. And there's very few regrets. Like, people tend to heal all their wounds. They leave this place in a better condition. Whereas a heart attack, the pain is less, right? Because you just fall over and croak. But all of your family is left holding all these broken pieces and woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I wish I said da-da-da. So cancer is a more humane way to die. You just got to go through a hell of a lot more pain if you're more humane. It's a privilege.
That is a good point to make it right with your maker, make it right with your family. And I'd never thought of it that way, because everyone would usually always prefer just to do the one big croak and then the big sleep. Yeah.
So those who fear pain, keep eating your sugar and you'll die of a heart attack. But smokers, we tend to go with cancer. It's a more humane way to die. You can take care of business better. So we got that. So I'm hoping for cancer. You get to walk over broken glass, that crushingly awful, painful, physically painful, but emotionally healing, repairing,
and spiritually preparing.
Yep. You get a little time.
Because there's probably not much evil or vengeance running through your mind when your clock is ticking.
That's right.
And that's the only thing that could curse your soul.
You'll get off Twitter faster than you can say knife.
Yeah.
Imagine how much time you're going to waste. How much time you're going to waste playing Fortnite if you have cancer. No one with cancer spends the rest of their life on Twitter or playing video games.
No, definitely not. And I guess the only people that are lucky here, I mean, I don't know much about chemotherapy, and it would be, I mean, you'll only know how you feel about it when you get there. I mean, you can't, I don't judge or anything. I just know that there's certain coincidence of when you have chemo, you tend to spend your entire family's inheritance on it, and then you die.
Yeah. So, I mean, money's there.
Yeah.
Money's there to spend. And everyone's like going, oh, you ought to just do euthanasia so you don't spend your family. I'm like, well, crap, I'm spending all my family's money.
Yeah. What's money anyway?
I know, it's a bunch of molecules.
If it's got a pyramid on it, I'll put it in a fire.
Pyramid with an eye.
Yeah. I'll burn that green demon if I want.
How did they manage to not put a pentagram on money? They've got every other psychic symbol on there, but a pentagram.
Sure there is. You just got to look hard enough.
I know, right? If you fold it right, George Washington's head,
mushroom head,
a pentagram,
becomes a nice big magic mushroom.
Pentagram with candles written all around it.
And is the pentagram? I mean, I know when it's inverted, it's sort of an evil symbol, but when it's not inverted, isn't it sort of a sacred geometric shape? Perhaps
I've never seen it used in any Christian symbology. I've only seen it used in pagan symbology. So right side up, maybe it's white magic, and maybe the other one's black magic.
That's what I always assumed, but just an assumption. What do I know?
I haven't seen it. I don't know if I've seen it right side up. I've always seen it upside down because it's like the goat head thing.
Yep, Mr. Goat, Mr. Goat Horns,
Mr. Goat Horn, boo, spooky. Anton LaVey, Zandor LaVey,
Mr. Androgyne coming at you,
and Crowley.
Yep.
Two guys who probably never got laid.
No, God. Two guys that, I have.
Were there ever two more guys who needed to just sit in a church pew and sing a few old timey hymns?
No, there were
never.
LaVey
and Aleister Crowley.
No, never such men so needful of those things. I'll tell you.
Yep. The strip mall of evil. They manufactured their books and they're rock stars.
Yep. They were made rock stars.
That's right.
Because
So
I don't know
Chaz,
many people that. Oh yeah.
when you play video games,
Mm-hmm.
what video games do you play?
My favorite games are games that I don't have to think about, that I can just keep rambling, looking at chat, talking, because I like interacting. I like people. I like getting to truths, because what else is there in life than to get to those truths? But I do like games that allow me just to crack jokes on it and make rather merry when I'm playing it. So I like the walking simulators, kind of like Detroit and Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, and either in like Telltale adventure games. I like when I don't have to think, because I'm not going to sit there. I mean, I've practiced playing games. Like I have to practice because I'm always like, I want to talk to chat. I want to talk about something that's in my mind, and I'm sitting here playing a game that's shooting imagery into my face that I can't really say what I really like to say.
So walking simulators, does that mean you're not looking for the action? Oh, we lost Charles. Look at that. The EA baddies got him. Unless it's me who's disconnected. What happened?
Here we are.
Was that you or is that me? I didn't know if you lost or if I lost.
I don't know, but I know that we both gained by being put back.
We're both the better for walking through the shadow of death.
Yeah, we're better. They just didn't want us to, or the Black Mirror didn't want us to get to our gaming truths.
It was EA.
Yes, EA.
The one eye pentagram.
It was EA.
Yeah. They said, we're shutting this down right now.
Yeah. Oh, we're back though. And we've gained everything.
Oh, we gained enlightenment. I had a dream. Did you have a dream?
So what do you like about games? I mean, I like the point and click adventure games. I got to do those. I got to do some Neverhood. I got to do some Monkey Island. I did Day of the Tentacle, Loom, Full Throttle. You know all those classes.
Yeah, Full Throttle.
What do you look for when it comes to games? Because maybe you should enjoy games some more just to get the old spirit back. Spirit of Christmas gaming.
I'm torn with games because artistically, I'm upset that they didn't continue to evolve and progress.
It just turned into Hollywood.
It was the cost of games that, the development cost grew so big because of the size of the storage unit, like CDs and then Blu-ray and now unlimited download, that the cost of games to develop them went through the roof. And so every game is this huge high risk stakes thing now. You're going to be developing that thing for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And so you tend to get risk averse. So oddball games naturally are going back to the independents, and those always fascinate me more than the mainstream ones. But here's the other thing. If I'm going to play a game, and I just marvel at what my kids play. My kids they're teens, hardly kids, but they'll play Uncharted and stuff, and I'll just go, holy cow, look at that background. Like, how long did that take to make?
Yeah, they look pretty incredible. Very incredible.
Incredible. And then Call of Duty, I always do that because who doesn't like gunning down some Nazis?
Yep, everyone.
So I love some Call of Duty. Spider-Man, the open-ended Spider-Man. There's a good walkabout game. But really, I feel like as a storyteller and as a comic creator, I can consume or I can make.
Yes.
And if I become a consumer and I spend all my time devouring stuff and really I love being entertained so much that I would just spend 24/7 watching movies and playing video games every waking hour. Particularly video games are a threat to me, that I turn it all off. It's like the low carb, the keto diet of creativity. Is I find when I cut off games and TV that my work life just explodes in productivity. So we can create shows like this because I don't watch TV, because otherwise I'd be in the other room plugged into who knows what.
Plugged into Hellraiser.
Yeah, I'd be skinned.
Yeah, you'd be with Uncle Frank.
Skinned and bloody.
Working the cube.
Uncle Frank working the cube, the Cenobite with a CD. half cut through my head.
So classic. But I understand that, and I never play games alone. I wouldn't be able to stand it. I can only play them when there's an output mixed with the input that I'm getting. And it's
so you're putting on a show. At least you're entertaining, engaging other people.
Yep. And I just have to do that. I can't play otherwise. It just makes me insane. And even watching things, I can't even watch things alone now. I have to watch it with other people. Can't even do it.
Are you doing that on your public domain stuff that you're broadcasting old movies?
Yes.
Are you doing your commentary on there?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And then some of the best times we've ever had in a live capacity with the community that I have, which is the best, have been through movies that are in the public domain and that are before, in a different sort of generation. And they had sort of a moral compass and things that actually filled you instead of drained you or cursed or hexed you, like much of the stuff does right now.
Speaking of moral compass, Jordan Olivo, I just played Bust a Move for the first time just a while ago. Great game.
What's that again?
Bust a Move.
Is that like a dance?
No, it's the one where you're the two little dragons that you turn a wheel and it moves the arrow right or left, and then you shoot a bubble, and
sort of like Dr. Mario or something along those lines.
Yeah, and if you get 4 of the same color bubble, it blows up, and then you can
Sega Swirl. Those are some good games.
So
those are fun to play.
That was his first game of Bust a Move.
Oh wow, that sounds like a good one to play.
You popped your Bust a Move cherry.
Yep.
It's Bubble Bobble, AB. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Maybe it's Bust a Groove. Man, I don't know. Okay.
I remember
Hikaru says I love Bust a Move.
My favorite one of that sort of genre is Sega Swirl for the Dreamcast, and it came on a demo disc.
Ooh.
And it was 4-player, and I had 4 controllers. So we had 4. This was back in the day.
Yeah.
We had 4 screens, and it was all, they all worked on the same screen, but you had your own to move around in. Yeah. And oh my God, I had the most fun playing that. So much fun.
So that is, I do have some confirmation that it's Bust a Move or Puzzle Bobble. What about what else do I play?
How about Quake?
Oh yeah, Quake, the old Realm of Doom, Castle Wolfenstein.
Okay. All right.
Quake. Oh look, Justin Wang. Bust a Groove is the dance one. He's confirming. Justin Wang, we love you. Hold on. I gotta get this.
Old Wang. Justin.
Wang
stop by your Twitch one time and have a good laugh.
Oh yeah, no, he's good. Everyone's got to check out Justin Wang's Twitch also. Justin Wang. Bust a Groove is the dance one. Bust a Move is the puzzle game. I love that confirmation. So wait, I forgot what the other guy said he played. Did he play Bust a Move or Bust a Groove? Oh, he played Bust a Move. So it was the puzzle game. I was right about the 2 little dragons that turn the wheel and point the arrow at the colored bubbles, and you put 4 together and they blow up.
Those are the best. That style is the most. Especially
Justin
if
Wang says he loves us too. We're going to get Justin Wang on this show. In the future, you can't get there from here. We'll get him in.
Good. The more the merrier. The more mirth, the mightier we are.
This will be the live version of the show because I think I want to do something creative with you of a recorded version of this show that we're going to do other, you can't get there from here.
We're going to get everywhere from there then.
We are. And we'll aim for, there'll be 12-minute shows. So you two gods will bless us and push us up on the algorithm.
Okay, good. That sounds good.
They push us up on that pentagrammic algorithm.
The AI. The beast AI itself
to the top. So you're being an online personality because I love your videos.
Thanks.
They're funky. Kind of remind me of Lynch and stuff. But the one where the lady throws the baby into the water. You're this lady who throws this carriage. She has a little baby and throws it into the lake.
Yeah, that was a classic. Old Andy Ruse is a very wild master director and editor. And when you get the right people together, the things that you can make, you can't unmake.
Yeah, and I can't unsee that either.
No, you cannot unsee that.
It's very so. I like the way you think. I like true artistry. Here's Tom Rhodes. This is my friend. He's a big Christian video game designer in Canada.
They still have them in Canada?
Yeah, they do. They haven't killed him yet. They're hunting him down right now. Don't worry. He's also a chain smoker.
Oh, there's a level of trust.
You can already trust him. His brother runs all of BioWare, the art department.
Oh, wow.
He's done some BioWare stuff. Doug, talking to Charles Carroll. What dimension am I in? And how is this good?
You know what dimension this is? The dimension from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the 80s when Shredder had that sword. That
Dimension X.
Yeah, Dimension X.
Dimension
X.
That
dimension.
And that Dimension X turtle was the coolest. Was it Slash? The coolest figure.
God, what a nightmare.
I think it was Slash. He had his headband was off in these two blades. He had the coolest weapons, coolest toothy mouth from that evil cross. Dimension X.
Dimension X. What a dimension. Well, I do appreciate that. And I've really been enjoying your work ever since, you and Dave Perry got together. Yep. And Shiny, and even the animated. There was animated Earthworm Jim. I don't know if Matt Frewer was in that, but I associate.
What's weird? He was not, but we did try him out as a voice.
Oh, okay.
Matt Frewer was. I'm trying to think of because I thought I did work with him on something. It might have been Geeker that he was on.
What a classic guy.
I know we tried him out a couple times, and I got to meet him. He was very nice, very creative, our kind of guy.
I just watched, Max Headroom, and I just watched the, what is it, A Matter of Time, his episode in Next Generation last night.
Oh, wow.
So I got to enjoy old Matt Frewer in there, and he is just such a classic god.
He was also in The Stand. Stephen.
TV My Life for Yours, yes.
My Life for Yours, yeah.
God, Randall Flagg.
Tom Moon. Or Moon? What was his name? Moon. His name was Tom, but he kept saying Moon, Moon.
Of course, it's always the moon.
Spell it.
God, that Stand was so good. Was it Jamie Sheridan as Randall Flagg? I mean,
that was the best Randall Flagg. That guy was psycho.
King. So good.
Reagan Lodge, Doug and Charles are the two guys who got me to read That Hideous Strength. Oh yeah, we got to talk That Hideous Strength.
C.S. Lewis, what the final prophet.
Yeah. He's the last one. He's all you need.
He really is. I try to tell people that like this, dude, it's like Narnia. I'm like, yeah, Narnia is absolutely magnificent. But there's a reason why you go look up his bio. There's some Christian apologist who's most known for reading children's books. And then he died. It's like, oh, really? He just wrote some of the greatest science fiction in the history of literature. That's right.
No one who's ever read That Hideous Strength would write that bio about him either, because that book is nuts.
And no one who's ever read That Hideous Strength would ever take 1984 or Brave New World seriously at all.
That's right.
Not even remotely.
He's deeper, thicker, stronger, faster.
Yep.
And he blended the science fiction category with fairy tale, which I think it really helps both genres.
It does. And fairy tale is most likely some sort of the real past also. So it may have been blending of science past.
Yeah. Yeah. He treats fairy tale like science too, is what's kind of cool about it. So how do you, what do you think of the critics that say that Hideous Strength has all this blah, blah, blah human drama that takes over 1/3 of the first third of the book? It's a soap opera or whatever. What do you think of that? Because that's some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah, it just
the husband and wife.
Yeah, you have to have the element of husband and wife and a juxtaposition of someone who was pure and is corrupted, and someone who is pure and was not able to be corrupted.
That's right.
And I think that's it's sort of an inverted Adam and Eve, I guess you could call it like that. But that was some of the best, because there's the element in the husband and wife drama made it a very human, personal relationship. It wasn't melodrama. It wasn't histrionic. It was a soul relationship, and there was danger of losing souls,
and if
they didn't come together.
as a married man, when he talks about their relationship and the kinds of things going on in their head that is getting them at each other's throats, like getting them to kind of argue or doubt each other, it felt like real stuff that real people in relationships experience. So I was going like, wow, I've never read anything like this in a book before.
No, it's real wisdom. I mean, if you want to get other wisdom, you go to, it's, you know, Hollywood, and you got the husband, he just goes to a sex club.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, so that's what you're supposed to do if you're having trouble with your, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Paper thin and stupid. The 7-year itch is a lie.
Let's go back to Babylon.
Yeah.
Come on. So the realness in it was so, was it Mark Studdick and I forget his Jane, got to be
That's
Mark
right.
and Jane Studdick. And it was essential. It was essential because it's better than having just a dude. Hey, what's up? Just like a dude. It's like James Bond.
Yeah.
Always single, always bouncing around from planet to planet, never settling down.
Yeah, the single guys
loser.
in C.S. Lewis's works are like unhinging the universe.
Yeah, like Divine. Like Divine. Look what happened to him, and look at his sort of a style. Look what he gets. He gets, like, you know what he gets.
So, in the first 2 books of the space trilogy, Paralandra and Out of the Silent Planet, you have this character named Ransom. And so you'd think that in this 3rd book, Lewis would start the whole story on Ransom.
Yeah.
You end up backing into this character in the weirdest way. He is like transformed into, he's almost
in
like
final form.
Yeah, he's almost like a transcendent Santa Claus or Christ figure or Merlin thing.
Yeah, he really is. He's already been ransomed and therefore redeemed.
And he's kind of got power over animals, and nature is kind of one with him. Can you help unpack that for me? Do you understand that? Like there's mice. He has like mice coming out of his beard or his pocket or something. When they first meet him, there's a bear walking around him. That's all they're attracted to Ransom. And he has some kind of a tie to Merlin.
What does that mean? A supreme non-division from all living creatures, the way it was meant to be, because you know, the devil or whatever you want to call it is division. That is its purpose. That's all it does. It just divides mankind from the creator.
And in the previous 2 books, he seems divided, like he's not comfortable in his own skin. And then by the time that hideous strength comes around, he's just a different guy. Yeah,
he's like full. He's got the Christ consciousness. He's got the full transcending of all earthly torments.
Yeah.
And he lives for the redemption of mankind, because it's just like the world today. He sees everything that is completely fake, but who's going to believe him who would believe you if you told people?
Okay, and tell me about academia. So here you have basically what is Cambridge or Oxford,
the old ivory tower.
They have a severed human head that all the materialists assume they're just talking to his brain, but it's probably demon possessed.
Talking to a Ouija board.
It is an evil mind that is running all of the university at Oxford in this story, that hideous strength.
Sort of a bit closer to home than people would like to understand.
That's why we call C.S. Lewis the last prophet.
He's the only one. I could talk so much trash about George Orwell and Aldous Huxley. It would turn my face blue.
Yeah.
And it would make me sick, and it just wouldn't be any good. But yeah, he and just like he says, he talks about the press, the engine whereby the people are deceived.
Yeah.
But who would believe you? Who would believe you if you told them that?
Yeah, all the red-pilled people talk about Huxley and Orwell.
They're in hell.
But fuck the pill.
Oh.
When you get out of the pill world, you'll find C.S. Lewis is transcendent.
You'll find
he's beyond the pill.
He is. He is totally beyond. And who would believe you? Like this? Yeah, it's about that lion and Narnia. I like Lord of the Rings more, to be honest with you. No, we're not talking about Narnia.
Yeah,
Narnia.
It's not as Jesus.
Yep. Yeah. It's
not as Jesus.
Yeah, they'll always have something to complain, but Narnia is so splendid. It's absolutely mind blowing. But the space trilogy is something that goes beyond, and it's crazy because C.S. Lewis has some of the most incredibly brutal non-gory violence in it, like the fight to the death with bare hands in Out of the Silent Planet, which was so
Wonderful.
shocking. I could not believe what I was reading.
Yeah, and his sci-fi world, his world building that he creates of the way that nature works and things like that on this other planet. I've never read anything like it. It's amazing.
There is nothing like
better
it.
than Wells, better than H.G. Wells.
C.S. Lewis was the real deal.
Yeah.
And I just can only imagine but he saw the other side. He was an occultist before he converted. So he saw some evil things that would make you, burn your eyes out.
True. I think that's like what's in common with Lewis, Tolkien, and Chesterton is all those guys. MacDonald too I think they were all on the brink of occultism and fascination with spiritualism, but couldn't make the leap because of their rational mind.
They knew it would kill their soul, and they knew what soul death was. And
they found the attraction of the supernatural story, a more rational one that's grounded in objective truth in Christianity.
Because there is such thing as morality and objective truth, and it's not all relativism. It's all you know how that is.
That's right.
You look how well it's done for the world. Look how fun the world is now.
Yeah, I know. Everyone happy. I just can't.
War theater.
I can't wait till they take over everything. I'm gonna laugh as it all goes down.
You have
to. It is my entertainment. That's the only thing you can get out of it is you can fight all you want. They will grind us all into sausage. And in the end, the good guys will win. But it's going to take a supernatural event. It's not going to be by man's hand that we go and elect.
How could anything be healed by man's hand other than through thought and prayer and meditation?
Yeah.
Nothing can be healed other ways other than by spiritual means.
Yeah.
The material realm, how are you going to fight material with material? You'd be crazy to think it's possible.
And how are you going to fight? How are you going to beat moronic assholes when they have the microphone, they have the phone lines, they have the popular culture, they have the subscribers,
they have the shaman, they have the crystal ball. You cannot fight it. It's impossible to fight.
Yeah, that's not our fight anyways, because you win that battle, you get on top of that heap, and it's a hollow victory.
Yes, because all that's left under you are ashes. How else can you they'll tell you, oh, you're black pilled, you're cynical, dude, you gave up the fight. And I say, go to heck. Don't hurl those stones at me, you nihilist freak.
Fact. That's right. You suck at
That's for you. You suck on those rocks. Yeah.
Can't touch me.
Can't touch me. I've got my soul.
Yeah. Keep throwing rocks at me. I'm made of scar tissue by now.
I've built a pyramid within myself that cannot be unbuilt.
I used a pentagram to scoop the dirt out and build a pyramid.
I used all the secret symbols, all the hand gestures. I did all the things. I closed one eye when I did this hello, and I hid my hand.
A third one appeared on your forehead.
Yeah, and I had the third one, and I hid my hand in all the pictures to show that I was in the club.
They throw rocks at me, but I'm made of rocks, so I'm laughing. Thank you. Now I feel something for a second. My scar tissue has scar tissue.
It's absolutely absurd, and it's just I just have to say, just while we're still on the subject of that hideous strength, I've never been more frightened in my life than when they were speeding Mark through the initiation in objectivity training. Yeah. Like, I have never been so afraid in my life, and I have never seen or read such incredible imagery, stuff like the articulation of your soul being abused out of you and you becoming legion along with the rest of the worthless.
That's right. And that's what we have on the internet now. Join us or your skin will crawl. You'll get you hear that mental abuse that you have online. There's a taste of that. C.S. Lewis saw it 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. But the end, the bears and the elephant coming in and just stomping everybody, and Merlin, and come on. It
was so good. Merlinus.
It's psychotic.
It was crazy. But everyone got their material destruction, like Hardcastle and all them. They got stomped. They got filled with lead. Well, probably not. I don't think they used guns on them, but they got filled with their desserts.
That's right.
And then they got to see the fruit of their labor.
It's delicious. Guys, C.S. Lewis, the Space Trilogy. Trust us on this. In closing,
clocks.
Good Charles. Everyone follow Good Charles on Twitter.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was so much fun.
Twitch/Charles/twitch.com/https. Carroll.
And my Instagram is a lot of fun too. It's the best page on the entire platform.
Instagram, Good
I stand by that.
Good Charles. Charles Carroll.
Yeah, that one's, I had to switch it around. I mean, you know.
If we give you transition surgery, we'll make you just Carroll Charles. It'll be so convenient.
How about just Chaz?
Okay, so how do you get there, Chaz? If you can't get there from here, how do you get there?
It's just the usual with just like twitch.whatever/Charles Carroll. My Instagram is also Charles Carroll, and my Twitter is Good Charles, and it's just you know how names are. You got to switch it around.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Charles eviscerated before you all for laid bare. This has been a true look into the mind, the human soul, Charles. But you know what, Charles? You can't get there from here.
No, you can't.